Hey yo, what's up, tribe? Welcome to the gang once again. And today I just want to tell you guys one thing. Ships that wait for the perfect wind never sail. This is a saying or a quote from, I'm not really sure where I got this quote, but it's a quote that's stuck in my mind and a quote that I use often in very many times and circumstances where I feel that I can just deposit something, even though how small it might look, but just put an effort into realizing that goal and actually depositing something into the grind, making the day count and showing up. At the end of the day, that's what really matters. That's the most important thing that counts. And most times, or most people tend to actually see the grand, the big, but it's actually the small that matters. It's showing up, putting in effort, and showing that you really care about it and you try as hard as much to make it happen. For example, you might have a task to do, but you also have a lot of responsibilities that weigh you down, and you find yourself that you lack the time. Not really that you lack, but you're held up very tight somewhere else in other businesses. Hence, it might seem tough to deposit the normal time that you usually do, deposit the normal hours to the grind or to the particular skill that you are engaged in. But you can always deposit something, even if it's that 1 hour a day. Within those days that you're so held up and so busy, you can just try to put in something, put in an effort, and by that showing up even for just an hour, and trust you me, that 1 hour will count at the end of the day. What you don't want to do is you don't want to make it long or put task on top of the other, yet you know that you're in a very fixed schedule and you are engaged in something very not only important but also that has a deadline which is approaching fast, and something that needs to be done fast and in a quick, within a short period of time. Hence, you can't juggle both. Making sure that you show up, not even show up, but you do the normal hours for your skills and learning skills and your normal skills, but you also have to do this particular activity that has a very short period of time to lapse, and you'll often find yourself in a very bad situation. And not only bad situation, I'm using bad in a very light way, but you'll find yourself in a very confused situation, and you might be weighed down by the responsibilities that you have to attend to. Hence, trying to really how can I put it, trying to create a conflict between not only the two but also your grind, your purpose, and finding a solution is something that is very important. It's something that you want to find a solution as fast as possible, and to always be solution oriented, to be solution based, because remember, there's nothing that can weigh you down, there's nothing that you can control, there is no circumstance or situation that you cannot come out from. So you need to make sure that you take consideration of the particular position you're in, of the circumstances you're in, and the things that are creating a conflicting environment within your brain and within your whole energy, your whole schedule, you know, those activities that conflict each other, that they have to be done both, but they both take your time and cannot be done simultaneously at the same time. Hence they create this type of confusion and conflict, and you find yourself that you miss doing a particular activity because of course you cannot do both of them, and at the end of the day you'll be confused, you'll be feeling some type of way, like you have neglected this other activity. But in the real sense of things, it's just that you couldn't be able to really take them both at the same time. And that's why I say ships that wait for the perfect wind never sail. You might be waiting for that perfect moment to actually make sure that deposit full time you agreed on. Of course you agreed on that time, nobody has refused that, but you need to be flexible. You need to be able to adapt with the situations and the time you have, and try to deposit something, try to be able to put in an effort and to show up. It doesn't matter the time you've done it, but after that activity has lapsed or has ended and you've finished that activity which had a short period of time, or which was a kind of an emergency and an abrupt one, you'll be able to go back to your normal routine, go back to your normal schedule, and make sure that you deposit the normal 3 hours or 6 hours that you wished for and you wanted. But as for now, you need to be able to be flexible. Don't be rigid, don't be timid, don't be naive or hard to bend, or even to adapt to the circumstances. Also, do not put your goals to a certain time by postponing. This can also really be very, very negative in terms of you and your purpose, especially you as a man. You know, as the book of The Way of the Superior Man says, that your purpose is your utmost priority. Of course, this comes after God. God is your utmost priority, then your purpose as a man. And if you don't attend to your purpose, you know, you'll slide off, you'll fall off, and you'll be a man without direction. You'll be loosely hanging and can't find anything to hang on. You'll be despised by many. You'll be abandoned, you'll be lonely. So your purpose is of great importance as well. And it doesn't matter that you should, it doesn't mean that you should, of course you should focus on it as much as possible, but there'll be some times where things might be tough and you need to focus on things like your job, which is your full-time job, which is paying your bills, but you cannot abandon your purpose, cannot abandon that which is very important and which you hold dear. So that's why it's important to be able to attend to it, even if it's with a short period of time, and with a time that is normal and adaptable and can fix into your schedule. Also, deposit something to the grind, even if it's just 1 hour. Just make sure that you show up. Remember, these are times where most people say things but they don't follow up, and as a man, your word is your honor. You need to honor it to the dot, to the very last full stop. You need to stand by it and make sure that not only focus on it, but actually follow up and keep your promise, keep your word, no matter what you say, as long as you also say it in your, with the full clarity, of course, of the mind, and knowing what you're trying to put across. I think that will be it for today. Love you guys. See you on the next one. Also visit our page, Disciplined Minds. We're going hard, road to 1,000 subs. Also follow us on all socials, and see you on the next one. Stay hard.